Now, I'll quickly try to look at another types of Talipes equinovarus, and that's a clubfoot deformity. So you have different types of clubfoot deformity. We're only trying to differentiate. At the preclinical days, you look at clubfoot as general foot deformity. But as you go up in medicine, the game of trying to classify things into types comes in. Okay, so I have different types of clubfoot, beautiful things. Okay, but we have different types. All of them are clubfoot, but then I start talking about the types. So this is what Talipes Calcaneovalgus. So looking at this, how can we spot the Talipes Calcaneovalgus? It's hiding here. Okay, and anytime you hear calca, they are trying to talk about what your heel is the one that is making contact with the floor, and the other parts of the leg is not making contact with the floor. Note that we also have the Talipes calcaneus. So Talipes calcaneovalgus and Talipes calcaneus are quite different, which we'll look at the differences. So it's a type of congenital foot deformity. So now let's look at the position. Calcaneus, there's excessive dorsiflexion, so the heel is lower and bears most of the weight. Okay. So valgus, the heel tilts outward and the sole faces outward. Okay. A very nice picture for this. So the result is the foot is pointing upward and outward, often with the toes touching the skin. So features is the heel weight bearing is the heel is the one that is bearing the weight. Your heel is the one touching the floor. Okay, so outward deviation of the heel. So forefoot is elevated, the toes are pointed upward. Okay, so causes congenital. Somebody is born with it. Okay, sometimes comes later on in life. Okay, but maybe childhood, spinal bifida, cerebral palsy, muscle imbalance. Management is conservative, where you can stretch and do physiotherapy. That's if it is flexible. Okay, and you can do casting, where you put some plaster of Paris around that place and keep it in the position that you want it, and it heals in that position. Sometimes if it doesn't respond to all those, management, you can now do all those tendon lengthening and surgeries, osteotomies. Okay, and also in severe cases. So that's what we have for these types of Talipes foot deformity.